Stevens, and the winner of the frame we're now watching on table one. Not dissimilar to the red that Trump knocked in frame three, and look at the kiss on the blue, a kiss from heaven.
Something I've always been able to do for them. I don't bother when playing, I'm just going what I'm doing, or if they work well challenge. But yes, I think it's very, very easy to be intimidated, so you've got to try and get over that really, and play well, because even if he plays bad, he's probably alright. Bad from him is alright for most.
Now, just before this break develops, Dave Hendon is outside having a chat with our latest group winner, Joe Perry.
Joe, you knew what you had to do in that last match. You had to win it, and you did so 3-0. You must be delighted.
Yeah, chuffed, Jegs. I think this is the first time I've won a group, I think. Yeah, going into that game was a bit different to the last 2 years. Last 2 years I've had to draw to win, so I knew the difference that makes mentally, so I tried to get a good start, put the pressure on Jamie, and it worked out all right for me.
First day back of the season for you, no one quite knows what to expect. How happy were you overall with how you played?
Yeah, I was pleased, yeah. I think sometimes it helps to not have any expectations, you know. It's not like I've been putting hours on the practice table playing great. I really didn't have no idea. I've put a little bit of work in the last week, but sort of come here sort of as practice really, and yeah, absolutely delighted to get through. 32nd season on tour. Do you have any particular sort of hopes for the year ahead? No, just that there's a 33rd season and maybe a 34th.
I must ask you as well about the World Championship, the qualifier. You thought you'd relegated your great friend Mark Davis, and obviously, you know, you weren't in the mood to celebrate that. He had a reprieve. How did you sort of feel when you found that out? I
was devastated, because I would have been so happy just to keep bombarding him with text messages had I just won 10-9 on the black, but I couldn't because of the situation. So no, I was delighted for Mark. You know, I didn't want to see him drop off, you could tell by the way I reacted after I won the match. So yeah, really pleased for Mark, and yeah, I didn't really get to celebrate. That's the only thing. He owes me one anyway. And finally, the news gets better because you get to spend all day tomorrow with me and Phil. It's getting better and better. This could be my greatest ever year, 32nd year. Looking forward to it. Well done. Cheers, Dave. Cheers.
And I'll tell you what, Dave could be back on interviewing duty with Judd Trump in a few moments, because look at this. Plumb in. He's developed this break so well. Red from distance, friendly kiss to get on the blue, and it's just flown from there.
Well, it's not taken long. I just nipped out there to speak to Joe Perry. Suddenly the match is nearly done here. So it seems. I guess the issue here for Trump is if he does break down, everything is there for Shu Se.
If Trump does win, though, which looks increasingly likely, it's another 2 top seeds successful. And that would be 14, Dave, out of 26 groups. Doesn't matter the format, the cream rises to the top.
Well, you see it in situations like this, don't you, when you have to produce something, which he did. So far he is doing. You know, he's played well overall. I think were he to have lost this group and not had the chance to come back next week, he'd be disappointed. But it's in his own hands to get this completed. Oh, but the red has stayed out. Can you believe it? What a twist. What a twist that is.
That's incredible. That's one of the easiest balls you're ever going to see missed. It wasn't the table. It wasn't a kick. It was just a lapse in concentration. In the first frame against Rhian Evans, Shu Se missed a really easy black and regretted it. Will that be the same for Trump?
Well, the drive home with Jack might be a rather silent affair if that's the last shot he plays, because it was in his hands to get the frame one and obviously top the group. He'd sure be back in Leicester next week. Now, Juice has already made a great clearance 73 in frame two. Can he do it again to win the group himself?
Yeah, that clearance was much more complex than this.
He plays like minimum effort and maximum results. He's playing great. Talking about
so many other records involved. It was his 39th rankings of
8. Judd Trump will be fearing the worst. What a blunder that red was.
9. Chipping away at other records. It's, yeah, it's just the greatest ever, isn't it? I really think it's indisputable.
When they made the draw for the first phase, this group,
50.
on paper, looked potentially the most entertaining, and it's lived up to expectations. What a finish.
Well, Judd Trump had it in his hands, now it's in Schuster's. There's not a safe ball on the table, you've got to say. But there's pressure on, they're both aware of the situation.
23.
This isn't easy. Give me, but just hits it lovely. The timing was exquisite. Yeah, he always seems to sort of get that feel.
Yeah, he finished close to that side cushion, didn't he? And, well, what a chance it was. They both had a golden chance, but Trump now comes back to the table 29 in front. Very relieved, I'm sure, to get another one.
And Jack Trump backstage delighted. He's thinking, I can turn on the radio now, I can have a conversation.
As long, of course, as he now puts this away. It's a chance he might not have got. 35 in front, so he needs 2 of the 3 reds to win this group.
Sam.
60. He's just an artist. 61. So the first frame was effectively in the books.
50.
The man who can make the cue ball dance just chose to birdie that one in. And who can blame him? He's had a scare here in more ways than one.
20.
He was almost very lucky there. The belief that he went in off the green.
It was an entertaining group all round, wasn't it? We saw Ryan Evans get 3rd place, but this man has finally won it, surely.
Just from 20.
Yes, it is now confirmed. Zusa concedes. Judd Trump fights back from 2-0 down to gain the desired draw. And with that, it is 7 points for the former world champion, the former world #1, and progress into the second phase of the Bet Victor Championship League.